I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced
keine,
there is more
nicht
at
nur eine
work here
Epidemie.
than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God,
gute
what
Frage.
happened to them?
Ah, das habe ich schon gehabt. Kein weiterer Hinweis mehr frei.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
Kann ich den
If you
Medizingeber?
persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Sehr schön. Kann ich
Do
noch
you
was
need
geben?
assistance?
Save your time for the people who need you here, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Flatsch, flatsch. Bam, da war das. Den habe ich schon. Ah, da ist er. Zack.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Ah, super. Neuer Hinweis.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this
Sehr schön.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Okay.
some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear doctor.
Darf dafür nichts mehr machen, oder was?
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all.
Oh.
Just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
So. Keine Angst vor der Epidemie. Oh,
But are you not afraid?
das
of
ist
the
die Frage, aber.
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Do you need medical attention?
Gucke, ob ich dem irgendwie
Maybe
helfen kann.
wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
Was braucht er gegen Erkältung? Erkältung kann ich, glaube ich, herstellen.
I will see you later. Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Denken Sie nicht, dass es ein wenig wie Morbid?
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir, Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Jawohl, Camellia. So, Angst, die Wahrheit über sie herauszufinden.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
Hätte ich vielleicht vorher fragen sollen.
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
So. Achtung, welches Beispiel kann er geben?
In what way exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Kein Hinweis mehr. Da-dip. So,
I'll leave you
Wiedersehen.
alone, sir.
findet die Anwohner. Ja, okay, Achtung. Beziehungsweise, wo ist der Briefkasten? Wie komme ich hier raus? Ist das vorne?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Ich weiß, dass du... Ah, das ist wichtig,
Tell
ja.
me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
So,
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
ups. So, wo finden wir den Briefkasten? Ah, hier. Oder?
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
So, Jetzt muss ich aber erst hier den Heiler. Wo ist denn der? Erkältung und Erkältung, Migräne und Dings. So, wo ist mein Unterschlupf? Da kann ich hier gar nicht drüber, oder was? Muss ich komplett außen rum?
Unable to see the true horror around you.
I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
gucken, ob der mich reinlässt. Mittlerweile.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Ah, lässt er mich jetzt neu, hä?
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So, mal gucken, was der mir über sein Leben erzählen kann.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
So, Achtung. Was er persönliche für Frage hat. So, haben Sie denn keine Familie mehr?
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Vater hat
Don't
uns
be
auch
embarrassed,
verlassen.
sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
So, England nach dem Krieg verlassen.
This
Das ist die
war
Frage
won't
von dem.
last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Wie sind Sie Schwester Dorothee begegnet?
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really?